Hey everybody, welcome back to another monthly book read. Today I'll be sharing what I'll be reading for this month, and also will be sharing what I have read in the previous month. This is the first day of January, the year 2020, and it is a brand new year. Last night I went out and I celebrated. I found myself really enjoying the night. I didn't know if I would have been out that night, but I definitely went out and I wanted to celebrate. I went out actually and purchased me some things I felt as though that would financially benefit me for the long run, at least for the year 2020. Because I want to see myself moving forward in regards to my finances, because last year they've been tight, but this year I've been focused more so in having some streams of income. So with all that being said, I am hoping that this year will be a wonderful year for not only you, but also for myself and those that I know, and also hopefully your family and loved ones. So with all that being said, let's move forward. So last month I actually read 2 books. I usually will do more. I'm thinking I might actually do a little bit less because, to be honest, I want to do a little bit of writing myself, and I also would like to have some time for my YouTube content. So we will see how that goes, but I do know that this month I went to the library and I got some books. 3 books. They are not all too big, they're small, some I can finish, and I will definitely say that I enjoyed the books that I had for the month of December. So last month, for the month of December, I read 2 books, and the one book that I want to talk about first is The Energy of Money, a spiritual guide to financial and personal fulfillment. It says a new approach to working with energy that can free your spirit, expand your vision, and help you achieve your purpose. A soulful guide for financial success. I find that this book had an interesting read. I remember when I got this book, I did start it, but I never finished. But I wanted to finish, and I had to be honest, I had to actually push myself to finish this to the end because I don't want to read. I don't want to leave any book unread. But with that, I find that this book seems more to be of a course, something you will take online. This also be for some people who may have financial issues, or if they find themselves to be financially stuck. Definitely those who do not budget. So with that being said, if I had to give this book a rating, I would give this actually a 3, a solid 3. Would I read this again? No. Would I go back in here to find some things? Maybe, but it's not what I expected. It was good at the beginning, but then I just felt as though that a lot of things became a little bit wordy. I felt like I was always revisiting certain things. I felt like I wanted to move forward, and I felt like I was being stuck in the cycle. I know it sounds crazy, but I found that this type of book is good for those who are actually getting involved in a course and who definitely would like to be on this trend. So with that, this is a solid 3 from me. Let's move on to the next book. Now, the next book I want to talk about is On Grief and Grieving, Finding the Meaning of Grief Through the 5 Stages of Loss. I found this book to be an excellent read from start to finish. And I have to be honest, if you're reading this, you might want to expect yourself to have a grim way of looking at life while you're doing this, because I found myself being a little bit pessimistic for the whole month of reading this. I would definitely say I feel a little bit better after getting through this. This book will definitely key into many different types and details of what grief is and its forms and its shapes and sizes and, stages. I hate to say all that. But I found that this book was straight to the point. It got specific for different types of grief, what to encounter. Even towards the end, the reader talks about their experience being and meeting and dealing with their own demise while they lay on a deathbed. So that was also an interesting take, and I appreciate that with this book. Like I said, for this whole month, I found myself being a little bit pessimistic. I found myself talking about death a lot, which was very interesting. I knew that, and I realized that why I was doing it was because I was reading this book. But other than that, this book is great. I found myself not having no problems or troubles wanting to read this book. It was an easy read for me, straight to the point, and I enjoyed it. I would give this a 5 out of 5. Though I purchased this from the library, I could see myself actually getting this book for myself, just in case I want to read through it again, to even include things in my own writing, because I found that this would be definitely great in being able to write out and create characters based on the different types of things that we go through as human beings. I found that this book was not only just practical, it was down to earth, it was honest, it was truthful, and it could definitely help those who are having issues in regards to not only dealing with grief, but also just letting go of the things or being able to transform the things that we hold on to. So with that, I want to move on to the books I'll be reading for this month. So the first book that I want to talk about, it is The Biography of Silence by Pablo D. Ors. Now, to me, this seems to be more of a book on philosophy of life. It's a small book, and it's something that I picked up and I said, I just want to give it a shot. To be honest, I don't know how this will be. I am looking forward to it. It says it's translated by David Shook, so I'm assuming that this comes from somewhere else. But from what I'm reading in this book, it seems like it'll be an interesting read about life, about spirituality, about, being human. So, next month I would like to talk about further what I picked up from this. The next book that I would like to talk about is The Happiness Hack. Now, I picked this up from the library, and it says The Happiness Hack. From what I understand from this book, it's pretty much giving you methods to hack your mind so you can have more time to do things you love, create real connections, stop living your life on autopilot. That's what I'm reading things off the back. But this is just a small read as well that I wanted to just read and see how this goes. What I have decided to do was that if I pick up a book to read, that I would like to read the first few paragraphs, and if the first few paragraphs are interesting, then I will read the book. I don't really want to waste my time anymore. So from what I'm getting, the book seems very creative and fun to read. I'm looking forward to reading this a little bit. I'm hoping it doesn't disappoint me. I would like to learn something from this book. If not, I just still hoping it will be an interesting read. So with that, I want to go on to the next and final book. The Wild Witch. Now, for those who may not know, I actually have another YouTube channel, and I am doing spirituality on that channel. I find that with this book that I am looking forward to actually going deeper and delving into roots, herbs, magic. I just want to do a little bit of research and connecting with nature, because those who don't know, I live right beside a park. I go out to the nature, I ground my energy a lot, and I do a lot of things with energy. So for those who are interested, I think from just reading this book that this will be very fundamental for those who are just beginning. And for me, I'm in the beginning stages, so I'm just beginning. I know a lot about energy, but I am looking forward to actually understanding more about nature, roots, the laws of nature, and so forth and so on. And I feel like this book will give me the basics, the fundamental to that start, and that's all I'm really looking for. So from what I am reading, it seems to be very informative, and I'm looking forward to finishing this book as well. It's a small book. It don't seem like there's a lot to read. I am believing I will get this book with quite ease. I'm hoping that it's not only just informative, but also entertaining and inspires me to do some things in my own space. definitely in regards to my own healing, transforming things in my own life, helping me to move forward. So this is again called The Wild Witch. I actually found it interesting that this library had it. I accidentally ran into it, so I think this book was for me. This looked like something that I might actually want to purchase myself so I can have for myself in the future. With all that being said, if y'all have been reading books this month, definitely let me know what books you have been reading. If you want me or suggest that there's a book that I can read, definitely let me know because I'm open to things. Like I said, I don't know if I will start just reading one book, but if I have to start reading just one book, I would definitely pick out a good book that I feel so I can learn much from, and that will also require me to do a lot of research before I even get the book. With all that being said, if y'all have been enjoying these monthly book reads, definitely let me know, like, subscribe, comment below, and I'm hoping that y'all be around for the next monthly book read, and I hope to be hearing from you all. So with that, I hope y'all enjoy the year 2020. Hope y'all have a fantastic and great year, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. So with that, bye.